Welcome to pattern making class. I'm Annette Julie, and today we are working on the kimono draft. Here you see the kimono draft. Go ahead and make yourself a copy. I'm just going to go ahead and use my draft because I can draft this anytime I want. And I'm going to make this into a detachable sleeve. So, it's pretty awesome. This is your low point of the shoulder. You can go down as many inches as you want to take this sleeve off. You know, you can go down 2 inches, right, from the low point of the shoulder. You can go down 3. You can go down 4. Any of that works just fine. Also, too, on the underarm, you can pick a different spot here. I'm thinking maybe right about there where the straight line turns into the curve. I'll make it a real deep armhole. Right? The lower I go, this would be a higher armhole, a little bit higher armhole. So let's go ahead and fix ourselves up a line. And here we have from our side seam, and we can take it to any of those marks we made. Okay? This is your design, and you can pick it. There we go, I just picked the one in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and detach it. But at the same time, the front and back are really similar. So I'm going to go ahead and line that up there. Put my back underneath there. And when I cut the front, I'm going to cut the back at the same time. Transferring the same style line to the back. Okay. Now, so you don't get confused, right? This is our front sleeve, because you just cut that off the front there. Right? This is back, back. Okay, let's put the back aside. Let's take our front. It's going to go right back on like that. Okay? So, if you want to, you could take this and attach the back sleeve and make a one-piece sleeve. Okay? So you could copy it off like that, put your half-inch seam allowance, under seam, sleeve cap, and then an inch down at the wrist. That's one way to do this. Or you can make this a two-piece sleeve. Right? That's totally your choice. So I think I'm going to make that a one-piece sleeve because I think that's a really awesome option. And let's go ahead and let's tape that together. Taping this up here at the cap. Then I'm going to come down it to the wrist. I'm going to weight this. Okay, great. Now, one thing that I'd like to go ahead and do is put some notches on here. So I'm going to go up 3 inches on my seam in the front and make a single notch. Let me put a U around it so I can see it. And then let's do this with the back, the same thing. I could have done it before I cut it, but I was just very excited about making my one-piece sleeve here. So I can go back and put it in afterward. I'm going to go up 3 inches and mark it the same as the front, but to make it different and make it the back, we'll do 3.5. So go ahead and put your U's around everything so you can see it. Now we have our notches. Then you can also put a notch right in the center for that sleeve. And then our next step would be to put seam allowance on everything. So you're going to need to put that on your armholes, your side seams, shoulders, neckline, etc. So 1/2 inch shoulders, 1/2 inch armhole, 1/2 inch side seam. If you're not adding anything to the bottom, you do 1 inch. And you would put your top on the fold front and back, or have a button, or have some ties, or have a zipper, or something like that, right? You also need a 1/2 inch seam allowance up here at the sleeve cap. Under seam, usually 1 inch down there at the wrist. Your grain line also flips to here on your sleeve. And this is our detached kimono. And this is Annette Julie, and I'll see you in the next video.